In this video, we'll be learning about the different types of natural selection. Natural selection is also considered as the driving force of evolution. See, we know that evolution is a very slow process which occurs step by step with the help of some forces called natural selection, where nature selects the most favorable organisms from the population to survive and then reproduce. So here you see in the population there can be either superior individual and also inferior individuals. So among them nature selects the most favorable organism to survive and reproduce because the driven forces of nature are like the food sources and the habitat, and these resources becomes limiting in many a time due to various factors in the environment, and that leads in competition between the superior individuals and the inferior individuals. And this population of organism between the superior and inferior, both of them compete with each other. In this competition the inferiors will be sorted out or be eliminated, and while the superior will get the reproductive advantage, and which will lead them to create a new population of their own. Based on this natural selection, and depending upon the limit in resources, the organism encounters different situations. Thus we have three different types of natural selection. The first one is the directional selection, the second is the disruptive selection, and the third one is the stabilizing selection. So let us first understand the directional selection. And for this, let us take here an example of finches for understanding this. In the population of finches, it was found that there was a variety in their beak size and also the beak shape. So some of them have strong beak, some of them have intermediate beak, and some of them have weak beak. So depending upon the different shape and size, this has led to varied eating habits between them. Some of the finches could cross hard nuts, like these strong beaks could cross the hard nuts, while the intermediates could eat the soft seeds and also those soft fruits, while the weak beak could take the nectars from the flowers, also could chew the very soft fruits. Okay, they could take the nectars from flowers. This division of these eating habits helped them to thrive well in that environment because there was no competition, and the food, even if the food is also very limiting, but though there was no competition because everyone has their each category of food. The strong beak finches could thrive in hard nuts by eating hard nuts, and this intermediate could eat the soft seeds, and weak beak could eat the nectars of flowers. But within this population, within these three different organisms in the population, one of such features of their beak could have much advantage over the others, because you see these weak beaks, or those that are taking the nectars from the flowers, could get their food very easily because there are lots of flowers, and they could take the nectar and they could eat the soft fruits very easily. They could find the soft fruits very easily. But the strong beak, those who eats the hard nuts or the hard seeds, they could find very hard to thrive in this type of environment. But even though they are living it very peacefully without any competition. And so this big feature, which has the advantage of taking the nectars and eating the soft foods, had a very higher number of individuals in their population and had the maximum individual. So now consider in the beginning that in the finches, the population that had the highest number was that of the thin and the moderate beak. So this thin and the moderate beak could have the highest number of population. So when you plot this graph here, and we have taken the number of organisms in the y-axis, and in the x-axis we have plotted the beak size and shape. So now we have kept this weak beak here, and the intermediate in the middle, and the strong beak in the right hand side. So when you see here, when you plot the graph, you will find that at the beginning, the intermediate or the weak peak had the highest number of organisms, highest number of individuals. So they had the mean value here, that is to the maximum. Okay, this intermediate big finches had the maximum individual here, and that's why the mean value is at the maximum. Now consider a situation arise when nature affects the population, like bringing drought. Okay, like bringing drought or extreme condition, when nature has limited the food resources. As a result of this, competition for food starts between all of them, between all these three different types of finches. And as we know that when there is drought, all the soft seeds and the flowers and fruits are gone, leaving only the hard covering cells, seeds or fruits. As the food resources are now limiting, now the finches with a stronger beak will get the evolutionary advantage, or they will get the reproductive advantage. As they reproduce more and more, and as they thrive well in that environment, and sooner they will be the one with the most abundancy in the population. So now when you see the graph, you will find that the stronger beak had the mean level to the maximum. Okay, now there is a change in course from here in the left hand side to the right hand side. That is, the mean level is changing from left to right. That's why this is known as directional selection, because it is getting shifted in a particular direction. The extreme trait that is favored by the environment is getting evolved, and thus it is called as directional selection, because the selection is in particular direction. So this is all about the directional selection. I hope you understood it well. If you like my video, you subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends, and also I will bring the next topic on the other types of selection as well. So until then, goodbye, take care, thank you.